All right, Unit 3, video number 2, functions. A function must have all x values unique, so you can't repeat. Okay, I'll put that in there. No repeating x values. All right, make sure you have that in your notes. So again, this first line here and what I wrote in red should be in your notes, as well as this title should be on your notes. Okay, the vertical line test we want to talk about. The vertical line test down here says if you drew a vertical line, which we know a vertical line is going that way, at any point in the graph, it must only cross through one point. If it crosses through more than one point, it is not a function. So to be a function, it can only cross through one point, and we're going to see what that looks like in our examples. All right, so now example 1 says, is the following relation a function? And they give me 4 different ordered pairs, so 4 different points. So I could plot these and draw the vertical line test, and that is a perfectly good idea if that's what you need to do. Or I could look and say, I'm going to look at my x values, and I'm going to see, are all my x values unique? I only have to look at my x values because that is going to get in the way of my vertical line test. And yes, they are all unique. So my answer would be yes, it is a function. And I could say because, and sometimes you'll have to say why, all x values are unique. If I graphed it, let's make sure we have a Q, not a, if I graphed it, I would see that anywhere that I drew a vertical line test, it would only cross through one point. It would never cross through more than one. All right, the next example says, is the following relation a function? And now they gave you a table. So again, I'm looking right here in my x column. I'm only looking in my x column. And I'm asking myself, do any of these numbers repeat? The second they repeat, then it is not a function. If you notice, 1 is unique, 2 is unique, 3 is unique, but 4 is not. There are 2 4s, so no, it is not a function because... And I could even write this, there are 2 4s in the x column. That's why, because every x has to be unique. It cannot repeat ever. All right, this one said, is the following relation a function? So here's the scoop on functions with lines. As I said in the video previous to this with domain and range, every line is a function except for this one down here. This is the only one that is no, because it will not pass the vertical line test. If you drew a vertical line at x equals 2, it would thus go through that line. So all these others are functions, but not x equals 2. So x equals 2 is not, because the vertical line would cross through multiple points, because it would thus be the same line. And the last example for this says, is the following relation a function? Okay, so here's the deal. If I draw a vertical line at any point on this graph, am I ever going to cross through more than one point? No, which is why the x values have to be unique, because the second I would have the same x value, I would cross through 2 points. So this is, yes, this is a function. And I could even say the vertical line test supports. Okay? Also a function because every x value has a unique x value. None of them ever repeat.